Hi there, it's Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and I want to talk to you again today about weight loss. I already started a series on weight loss with yesterday's video, and that had to do with a couple of things. One was just to recap, writing down your goal. How much do you want to weigh at the end of your weight loss? Not just using the number of how much you want to lose, but how much do you want to weigh, stating that in a positive. Okay, and also getting in touch with your metabolic rate. So find a calculator online, find out what your metabolic rate is, and then understanding that basically it's a scientific mathematical equation that when you create a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories, that is going to release a pound of fat from your body. Now, you will have fluctuations with your fluids and time of the month and things like that. But overall, if you continue to consistently have a deficit of 3,500 calories, each 3,500 calories that you have create a deficit for, you're going to lose a pound of fat. And so if you want to figure out what that takes for you with burning more calories and eating less calories, and figure out how many times a week you can duplicate that, then that will give you how many pounds a week you can lose. So that's just a little bit of a recap of what we talked about in my first video. Now I want to talk about a little bit more on the writing things down. It's all about the power of the word, and it's all about for me, I am always concerned with people keeping their agreements with themselves. So whatever you write down, there's power and energy in doing that. So one thing that I find for myself is that when I write things down, those things that I write down tend to happen. So now we're going to break it down to what you want to talk about daily. So you need to create certain daily goals for yourself as far as what is your plan. So when I'm talking about your plan, I'm talking about a couple of things. And I'm assuming that you already have the motivation that is required in order to do this. Let's talk about your motivation for just a minute, because motivation and confidence are going to be one of the keys to your success with losing weight. Many times people find themselves very motivated at first, at the very beginning, to lose weight. They have somehow or another maybe gotten in touch with a reason, maybe a surface reason, maybe it's not the real core reason as to why they want to lose weight. And so because it's not the real core reason, it's the surface reason, that is coming from a place in your mind called your conscious mind, which is where your willpower is stored. And willpower is temporary. Your conscious mind is only 10% of your mind. Your subconscious mind is 90% of your mind. So if you're just working on this willpower, it's not going to last very long. So what you need to do, not only do you need to write down this goal that we talked about yesterday, but you need to find a way to get that into your subconscious mind so that this becomes a real change in your life. And the only real effective way that I have found to do that is through hypnosis. As you need to get this information into your subconscious mind. Now, there are other ways to get things into your subconscious mind, and that's through habit, and that's through emotions. You may have had some crazy emotional thing happen. Maybe you had an aunt that was 500 pounds die, and that created some motivation for you that just happened in an instant, and it's an emotional thing that happened in your subconscious mind. Emotions are in your subconscious mind. And so that's why, sometimes when people have experiences where they have anxiety, all right, anxiety lasts, and you continue to, every time you're exposed to that thing that makes you anxious, that's because there's been a conditioned response that happened, and that happened through your emotional system. So your emotional system creates instant changes, but it happens so randomly, and it's not usually something that's within your direct control. You can strengthen your resolve, and you can strengthen your subconscious mind and the messages within your subconscious mind. But if you start to expose yourself again to those other messages, all right, that can reprogram you. Hypnosis programs your subconscious mind. However, there's other stimuli that you're exposed to all the time, which is also working to undo all of the hypnosis that you do. So it does need to get reinforced. And part of the way that you can do that is by continuing to write things down, because as you write things down, all right, you're making an agreement with yourself. Every time when you write things down, I mean, you're all the time you're talking, you're making little agreements with yourself all the time. When you say, oh, I'm going to get up at such and such time in the day, that is an agreement that you're making with yourself. And when you don't do that, you're breaking that agreement. Well, when you write things down, that's an even firmer acknowledgement and agreement that you're making with yourself. So I encourage you to, if you're not already listening to a hypnosis program, and a well-written hypnosis program that speaks in the right way, in the right language to your mind. There's many hypnosis CDs out there, but they're not all the same. And some of them, including mine, are written very well, that they speak to your mind in the right way that will help you to have more conviction and confidence in the changes that you're making. Here's what it is that I want you to write down. Why do you want to do this? What is in it for you? What are you going to have at the end that is important to you? And when you think that you have the answer, I want you to question that answer. Why would you want that? And then when you think that you have the answer again, then I want you to go underneath that and ask yourself again, why would you want that? Why do you want it? Okay, this is partly what's going to keep you motivated. Okay, then the next thing is how. How are you planning to achieve this goal? Write down the things that you are going to do to take action on your goal. Okay, so maybe it's that you're going to hire a trainer. Maybe it's that you're going to listen to your hypnosis CD every day. Maybe it's that you're going to buy a hypnosis CD to listen to. Maybe it's that you're going to begin to eat more healthy food. Maybe it's that you're going to get in touch with how many calories and start to pay attention to that and do the calorie counting. Maybe it's that you're going to go on Body for Life or the Atkins diet or the HCG diet. How are you going to achieve this? When are you going to achieve it? So write down when you're going to achieve your goal. And when you write down when, I want you to break it down into where you're going to be a year from now, where you're going to be 6 months from now, where you're going to be 90 days from now, where you're going to be a month from now, and where you're going to be a week from now. And I don't necessarily mean weight-wise, but how you'll feel and what you'll be doing. Who is going to benefit? Besides you, who's going to benefit from this new you? So what specifically are you going to do each and every day? I want you to have kind of like a little checklist of things that you do toward this. And the reason why I want you to do that is because as you find yourself checking those things off, number one, it's going to keep you moving closer toward your goal. But number two, it's also going to build self-confidence, which is going to continue to motivate you closer and closer to your goal. Find a way also to get this message into your subconscious mind. The writing's going to help. Hypnosis is going to help. Find a way to make this a permanent lifestyle change, and you will be on your way to success. I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and have a wonderful day.